my scrappy friends, this is Hannah with you, and I am doing a Shimmerz art journal spread. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this a while back, probably last month, I think. As you can see, I'm a little bit behind on some of my process videos. I am trying really hard to get them up so that you guys can enjoy all of the stuff that I make, that I share on social media. Um, so like I said, this is in my art journal. This is um, a Jane Davenport art journal, and I really love it. It's really fun. It has watercolor paper. I will say if you use your heat gun on it, it will warp, um, especially if you're using a lot of media. But it kind of comes with the territory probably when you have an art journal page. And these are really thick papers. So yeah. So I'm using this purple color. It's one of the Instapots, the Shimmerz Pots, the Instapot, the little shimmer pots. So these are, you don't even have to add water, you just stir it. If you add water, you'll get a little bit more of a muted look to it. They're really shimmery. They have lots of extra goodness in it. And so they splatter really well. But I'm just doing like a flowery, petally kind of look. So right now you're just watching me play. I don't think I don't think I deleted that much of this. So you're definitely just kind of watching me play. I don't really have like uh, a design that I'm going for. I'm just kind of trying to do like some petals maybe. I don't know. I haven't been doing a lot of flowery type stuff with watercolors in a while, and I probably just need to go and do like a class. So this is one of those things that I'm just going to put this out there, is that if you really want to know more about mixed media, one of the good options is either to find your favorite YouTubers and watch tons of their videos where they do lots of this kind of thing, or take a class. Even a basic free class by some of your favorite art journalers or mixed media people. Sometimes they'll have some free classes. I know I've talked about doing some classes. I really want and am trying to work on a watercolor for scrapbooking class, like with basic watercolor um, techniques, though it's slow going just because it's really a busy time right now for me at home, and so I haven't been able to work on it. So right now I'm kind of trying to add some pink flowers, and this is one of the colors that is one of the Creamez, and so I believe that's Berry Hot, and it's a really fun like pink color. You need to add water to the Creamez and the inklings. So you just I have a little spray bottle that I just spray some water in there, but you could definitely take your water for your paintbrushes and kind of pour it on there too. If you pour enough in, eventually it kind of, the liquid will stay there, and you just use it like a watercolor if you let it sit for a minute. And the Creamez um, have a little bit of shimmer, but a lot of times it's more color than it is the shimmer. And the inklings have a ton of shimmers in them. And then you also get um, more of a metallic type of look. They're more pearlized, or like I said, more metallic-y, and they're very shimmery. So they're really both fun things to add to your arsenal. So now you see this is later. Sorry about the lighting. It's not as great because this is at nighttime, I can tell right now. I'll try to play around with it in a minute. But so what I'm doing is I'm taking a stamp and I'm using some Versamark ink, and this is just a plain, like almost like a glue stamp pad, and I'm gonna emboss this. I'm just using just plain embossing powder, nothing like amazing about it, it's just plain. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna heat emboss it. I'm gonna use my heat gun You definitely want to, if you're doing this kind of thing, make sure you have something to catch it because it's going to go all over your on your desk, and the embossing powder just stays coated on really easily. And when you're heating over, you want to just kind of move it around. You don't want to keep it in the one spot. And once it gets heated up, the embossing powder like melts and then it hardens. And then this will cause a resist on your page. So this is the bluegrass color, and this is also the shimmer pot. And these are, like I really love these shimmer pots. These are a little bit newer to my own stash, and I'm just really absolutely loving playing with them. They're really vibrant like shimmers are. And I'm gonna fill this in. That's the one awesome thing about using the embossing powder and causing this resist. And this is an Amy Tan stamp from Sakura Lala when she um, did some class stuff over in Hawaii. I bought 2 of her stamp sets. I believe she has 3 with them. I'll link to their store below. They are just an online store. I'm not sure. They have a lot of planner stuff too. So, but anyway, um, but they love Amy, and she designed some really fun stamps for them, and they're tropically because they're Hawaii themed. So they're really similar to some of the other stamps that she's designed for some other places that she's been when she went there too. Um, but so this is just nice and fun. So like I said, this is this video is definitely a lot longer than a lot of my videos lately. I think I just decided to leave a lot of this stuff in so you could just really just see my process. When I'm doing a mixed media art journal page, sometimes it just takes a while to really get everything down and in how I want it. And that's okay, right? Sometimes um, these pages that we make where we are really taking our time and just adding layers and layers here and there, they can really be some of the funnest pages that we've done. And I absolutely love this page. It's one of my favorite ones, maybe because it was in the winter or like beginning of spring, and I really wanted spring to come and I needed something fun. So especially a lot lately, I've seen a lot of people do that the watercolor lines or the paint lines on their layouts. And so I added I've done that on layouts before, but I did that a little bit on the background, but I only did the one side, and I did use Inklings for that. That is Thunderstorm. So it's a really gray, charcoaly, a light gray, like really shimmery. And so now you're seeing me take some pattern paper, and I am putting it down on my page just in a couple of spots. I did the corner, so that really is making bulk to my page. This is another reason why my pages bulk up, because I add lots of different stuff to my art journal pages, and that's fine, right? I mean, it's just nice and fun when we do different projects like this, and we have lots of fun stuff in our art journals. And this is what I love, that you can do that, right? So I'm using I want to say the multi-matte medium to adhere the paper down, and then on top of that I added some of, it's not gesso, the absorbent ground. And I really like absorbent ground when I'm using watercolor, because you get a lot just a different look to your page. It's a lot more white than gesso is. If you've used white gesso, it's not quite white, at least the versions that I've used. And so I really like that absorbent ground is a lot more white, and you can just use a little bit and it's more opaque. or you can use a lot and it just really covers stuff. So I wanted that kind of light look, and so now as you see, I added it over top of where I did those leaves, and it kind of smeared, and at first I was like, oh shoot, because that's not what I was wanting to do. But then in the end I actually really like it, and I also used some whitey tidy and some putting on the glitz, I think. Maybe it's not, maybe it says whitey tidy with that X stencil. Now I'm just gonna use this marker and just put some lines on my page. I don't know. I'm just doing some abstract stuff. It really doesn't matter when you're doing this kind of thing, as long as you're just having fun. And this is the thing that I've just found. I just do what feels good, and I stop when I feel like I need to stop. And sometimes that means I've added like way too much stuff, and sometimes it ends up just turning out just absolutely amazing. So now I'm using the purple. Um, and that is one of the inklings, I believe. And so it's just a really fun purple, and I'm gonna use my watercolor brush, and I'm gonna write sunshine in just like a font, a brush font. It's not like super amazing. I just wanted to write sunshine, and I really like the purple, and it kind of ties in the purple on the other side. And then I'm going to do some other lines, and then I'm going to take the green again, and I'm going to start adding this on my page just in a few spots to kind of add a little bit more green. I wanted to add more of a sunshiny feel. I really love this green. It is just super, super fun. So a little fun fact about me that maybe many people don't know is my favorite color for the very longest time was this lime green color, like for the longest time. And I have to say, there is something about this color that I absolutely love, and I still kind of like it. I wouldn't want everything this color. I don't know if I'd want to wear this color that often, but it's just really just fun, right? It's just a fun color. Um, so, I mean, maybe I guess if you don't like green, then, but so yeah, so now I'm just gonna do some more lines. Again, I kind of went a little crazy with that. And I'm gonna end up covering it up a little bit because this is where I start thinking about what else do I want to add. And so now I'm gonna take this Oasis Weekend, and I'm gonna glue this down. And once again, I used some like matte medium and stuff to glue it down. I just put it on one side. I didn't use it on both sides. And then I'm gonna adhere some ephemera from the Fancy Pants collection from last year. And then I'm gonna also add a whole bunch of buttons from my stash. And I'm gonna add some leaves from Click Kits. They have some leaves in their store, these wood leaves, and I'm gonna add that, and I'm just gonna have a little fun, just layering all these bits and pieces in different ways, and I really like how it turned out. And then so yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's really a whole lot more that I need to say about my process, so I think what I'm gonna do, just to save my voice a little bit, um, and you guys can just watch what I'm doing. And so I'm just gonna end this, but definitely, definitely, if you head over to the Shimmerz store right now, they're having a spring sale, and you can get 20% off. And so definitely use that. I'll have the code below. And um, so you can get a discount, or if you would like, um, you can always mention my name in the comment section when you check out, and you can get a free gift. I don't think you can do that and use the code at the same time, but that's just, you can always let them know that I sent you anyway and just say that Hannah sent you so they know. They just like to know that we sent them, that we sent you, and that you're there because of where you've seen us on social media. And my head's in the way again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great scrappy week and be adventurous. You know, if you're feeling like you need some sun, make a spread that just makes you happy. I think that this is one of the things that has just made me realize that this, you know, is one of those things that sometimes you just need to feel good about what you're making, right? Sometimes that's just what you need. So I'll see you guys later and have a great scrappy week. Bye.